Hello everyone, Chrissy here from the Creative Eclectic. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a fabulous day. A bit warm here today in sunny Queensland. It's Chrissy Graham here, the Creative Eclectic from Brisbane, Australia. Just hang on one moment while I pop the fan on so I don't expire from heat. Okay, so I hope you're all having a fabulous day. I am having a great day, and I had spent a lot of time creating today, which has been really good. Let me just see if I can pop the microphone in and make it a bit better sound for you. Let's see. Oops. Yeah. So who have we got watching today? Hi Sharon, lovely to see you. Is it stormy? Yeah, I had a really great day. I've had talked to a really dear friend who has been really unwell, and so I got to have a little chat with her today, so that was really nice. And I've had a bit of a chat with some of my friends that I did the backstage at home with. Hey Megan, hey Glenda S and Glenda L. So today I'm really excited because I'm going to share with you something new. So this was released to everybody last week, and it's the classic wedding photopolymer stamp set, and then there's a die bundle that goes with it. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, Chrissy, why do you need a wedding set? Good question. I just like the car. So, and it's two-step stamping, and it can be really easy. Now, my dies are a bit of a mess because I dropped them. I had everything all planned, what I was doing, and then I lost one of the things that I was doing today, so I don't even know where it is. Steve was still downstairs looking for it. So these are the dies that go with the bundle. So it's got the car body, and I should have taken a photo of how they go in the thing. So I won't be die cutting tonight, but I wanted to show you that it does have dies. And this bit here is the window. It's got a banner, it's got leaves that coordinate with the stamp set, it's got some bunting, it's even got the cans that go on the back of the car. Well, that's what the can's attached to, that's the ribbon. So it's got hearts, it's got everything. So I'm going to put that on a magnetic sheet after today. Alright, so I've made a few I'm so organised today, even made a few samples to go with that. And we're going to get started straight away, and I'm going to tell you a few things that are going on. Miss Delphi is wonderful. Megan, she was exhausted after the beach, and we went for a swim Sunday, and she was even more exhausted then. So, but she's happy. Like, she loves swimming. We didn't lose her in the surf, and so that was good. So I've cut a piece of pretty peacock cardstock. Now, this is, when it's folded, it's 5.5 inches by 4 inches. Now, it's not a standard size, and the reason it's not a standard size, that'll be 11 inches by 4 inches, is because I'm using the deckled rectangles and I only wanted a little border. So I've got a piece of white for my inside. I have... Oh, you're not too late, Helen, because I was late too. I've got this really beautiful paper. Now this is the Sentimental Christmas paper, and I believe this is the Give Back paper. Is that right, Megan? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the paper that when you buy it you get Stamping Up makes a donation to literacy programs. Hi Fiona. Alright, so let me just tell you, I've used a lot of this paper, right? So I haven't used this yet, so that'll be one very soon. And I haven't used this piece either. So it's got some lovely, it's on the other side of that. That'd be great for scrapbooking. I don't know if you can see that. I feel like it's too close, but if I bring the camera further up, it's going to be too far away. So there's this piece, and it's got lovely trees, and it coordinates with the Sentimental Wishes stamp set. Alright, oh, how good's that? I've even got that here. And then there's this piece, which has got candy stripe on the back, and that has got lots of candy canes, and that's really lovely. Alright, we'll move that out of the way. Oh, and it's got, yeah, it's got the, we'll move that. So I'm a bit flustered, so sorry about that. I'm just going to take a deep breath. And I forgot my cup of tea, it's downstairs. And so we've got a strip of the same designer series paper as well. I have 2 strips of, this is an online exclusive, and I believe it's still available, and it's in there's 3 different colours, and this is the Pretty Peacock colour. So I've got 2 strips of that, and then I've got another piece of white. So tonight we're going to do something that I don't do. Oh, you're up the coast on holidays. Helen, that's lovely. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do some 2-step stamping, and a piercing mat has gone the way of my new Whisper White ink pad, but anyway, at least I found my take my picture, so that's something, I guess. Alright, so I'm hoping this is going to stick because I have been doing heat embossing. Hang on, I'll get my, oh, I don't have stamping mist up here. Okay, I was going to get my stamping mist and clean it, but that's okay. So we're doing 2-step stamping, so I'm going to start with the darkest colour. Alright, whereabouts up the coast are you, Helen? I was up at Bedina, I think that's how you say it, near Kawana. Now when you're stamping, when you're inking up your ink pad, make sure, hi Marnie, make sure that your ink pad is on a solid surface and that the lid is open. Now this might be a bit of a problem because I feel like it's got some, what's that stuff? What is that? So I feel like it might have some embossing buddy on it. Alright. Now today I'm using this classic weddings, and I have made 3 examples with it to show you that you do not need to use it as a wedding stamp. Okay. Oh, thank you, Megan. That's the 3 colour glimmer paper. It is the wedding set, the classic wedding. Now it's a little bit crooked, but I'm not too worried about that. So, and I will clean all my stamps when I go downstairs. So don't think that I'm putting it away without cleaning it. Now I'm going to take the next stamp and we're going to change the colour. And the only reason I'm changing the colour is because so I can see it better. Really? Yeah, well, we're doing a Christmas card with it, Marnie. Is that a twist enough for you? Alright. So I've just opened the Lost Lagoon. Now, this is the hard bit. When you're doing 2-step stamping is actually being able to line it up, right? So I'm just gonna, before I ink it, just put it where I think I want it to go, okay? So that looks pretty close. Now, 2-step stamping doesn't have to be perfect, all right? So if you are a perfectionist, this might not be for you, all right? So I am going to just ink it up. Now I am just going to sit it there for a second. And while it's sitting there, I'm going to show you something that Stamping Up released to everybody with the new online exclusives this month. And it is the colour wheel. So this is so good. So it's got what they call the elogious, I can't say it tonight. Anyway, it's got the colours that are close to next to each other in the different shades on the colour wheel. Then it's got these 3 and this little bit here spins, right? And so it's got these 3 little areas, and it shows you, say for example, you wanted Petunia Pop and you wanted to have a card with 3 colours. So you could go, okay, Petunia Pop, we know that so you line that little line up with it. We know that it coordinates perfectly with Summer Splash and either Pumpkin Pie or Wild Wheat. You need to sort of, let's say it's going to go with Pumpkin Pie. Okay, so it's given you 2 sort of options there. If you wanted to do a monochromatic colour scheme with Petunia Pop, you'd move this little monochromatic thing there and you'd see, okay, they all go together. And these ones here are complementary colours. So if you wanted to use the colours that complement Petunia Pop, you can use Berry Burst, Fresh Freesia and Bubble Bath. Alright, so it's a handy little tool, and it's got all the current colours. And then on the back it's got an explanation and it's got some info about the neutrals. Whoops, how about we do it the right way? Oh, no, that's the right way up. About the neutrals and the different colour schemes and how you can use them. So it's a really handy little tool. I've got about 3 of them now. So, hi Kay, how are you? I'm sure you're feeling the heat up there. Oh, goodness. All right, so now I've let my little stamp just rest on my ink pad because I've never used it before. I haven't cleaned it. I should have cleaned it first. So now I'm just going to move my ink pad out of the way. And let's see if I can get this right without you seeing the top of my head. Now it's not meant to be a solid colour. All right. Let's just that. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. All right. So it's only the body of the car that has the two-step stamping. So then you've got to decide, well, you've got a bumper bar and you've got windows. How are you going to colour those? So I'm going to grab my trusty, well-used smoky slate, and I'll grab my block, and I'm just gonna put that back together. This got dropped and stood on. Now I didn't stand on it and I didn't drop it, but yes. So I'm just gonna just close that up. Try again. There we go. So, but I might invest in a new one tomorrow, because tomorrow Stampin' Up is having a sale of annual catalogue items. I will be posting information about it on my blog. So I put a bit of the smoky slate on my block, right? So now I'm going to grab my Wink of Stella brush, and I am just going to just brush some of that smoky slate on. Now I want it quite light, and I'm going to go over that bit at the back there for the boot. Now, the other examples I've done with this, with this stamp set, I have, and they're all Christmas examples. I've done one with watercolour paper, or watercolouring, one with a couple with heat embossing. So I wanted to give you some ideas. So I'm just going to go around the frame of the window, because I think that the frame of the window should be silver or chrome. So I don't have a chrome, so I'm using smoky slate. Okay. So how has everybody been? Are you all well? Oh, you've got fires. Oh dear, that's terrible that there are fires up near you. It's going to be a really interesting fire season, I think. And we've had lots of big storms here, and so anyway, so I'm doing the smoky slate on the tyres as well, but I'm doing them much darker than the bumper. Right. All right. You're all good in Hervey Bay. That's great. Oh, that looks like you have another order. That's fantastic, Fiona. Oh, I'm so happy for you. I hope you tell the person about the sale tomorrow. Now, I don't know all the details of the sale. I saw the flyer at 3 a.m. Sunday morning and went, oh, I need to go back and have a look at that. And I haven't yet. I don't know why I haven't. I just haven't got there yet. Now, I've just got a piece of scratch cardstock that I'm just going to wipe off my Wink of Stella brush on, so that there's no ink left on it. And I'll wipe the ink off my block. Now, the reason I put the ink on the block and I don't put my Wink of Stella on my ink pad is because I don't want the Wink of Stella to make my ink pad all glittery. All right. You had a great life. Yeah, you're not coping with the heat either. Yeah, I'm not doing well with the heat. Although I didn't have the aircon on today, but Steve had it on in the office because when I got up, I put the aircon on for him. And I didn't think to put it on downstairs because it was quite cool downstairs. So now I've just got a bit of pool party, and I'm doing the glass with the pool party. Now my pool party is a bit of a funny colour, and I'm only doing it really, really light because it's almost like I put it on the same spot that I had the grey. Alright, so I'm not die cutting this out. I'm keeping this card very, very simple tonight because I've already done my die cutting. Now the last thing that I needed to do is I needed to do the tail lights. Now I didn't bring a red or anything up. So we're going rogue and we're going to go back to the Pretty Peacock. Did I bring the Pretty Peacock up? I thought I did. Yeah. And we're going to give it some Pretty Peacock tail lights just to be different. Alright, again, just a little bit of ink in the corner. Now, even though this is a wedding set and it's got some lovely sentiments to do with weddings, when I saw it, I thought, oh, even though it's not the right sort of Holden, I thought, oh, the guys in the car club will really like that. So it's okay, so it's 10% off ink pads, refills and markers and blends. So if you are wanting to increase your stamping blends collection, this is the time to do it. 20% off annual catalogue designer series paper, excluding the specialty paper. 10% off cardstock and 20% off stamp and die bundles from the annual catalogue. So you could do your own, you could do your Christmas shopping for yourself tomorrow. How cool would that be? Alright, so let's start putting this card together. So I'm going to put this on the inside, but before I do, I've got a piece of the designer series paper that I've already, that I die cut the two together. So I'm just going to put a strip of that across the top, just so I don't have a naked inside of my card. Okay. And it's not a perfect match, but you get the point. You get the idea. It just allows you to use that little bit of scrap, and you can just tear it off at the end, so then it doesn't, it sort of looks like it's supposed to be like that. Here we go, that'll do. Right, so we're just going to stick this white on the inside. Now, probably should put a sentiment on the inside before I stick it in, but I'm going to stick it in and then I'm going to stamp. So I'm being a risk taker today. So yeah, I've checked all my blends this week, Megan, because I was going to, last Stamping Up year, I was going to buy a complete set of new blends and I didn't. So I need to talk to Steve and ask if he can buy that for me for Christmas. So he can shop with me for my Christmas present. I think that's a great idea, really. So this stamp is from the Sentimental Wishes stamp set, which is the one that matches the paper. Okay. And I'm just doing I Have a Very Merry Christmas on the inside. Okay, and look, just like I bought one. Sometimes I surprise myself that I can... oh yeah, and if you wanted to know what the colour coach is, it is $21. That's a bit dearer than I thought it would be, but anyway. All right. I'm so glad Megan could be my assistant. All right, so I'm going to stick this GSP on the front. So I really like this. And I have to say, this week I have been doing lots of pink cards. So it's nice to not do a pink card, but in saying that, my samples are pink. You could stick a tree on the roof of it. I shall show you my other ones and you can see what I did with them. All right. Now, you'll see that this is a bit wider. So I'm okay that I'm going to cut with cutting each side off to make it narrower, just because I could either cut each side off or just cut one side and just have it straight on one side, but then it wouldn't be equal distance from the edge. The die that was the right width wasn't the right height, so let's just grab our paper trimmer. So we know that, or do we? We know that, I'll just use Steve's dodgy ruler. We know that this is 9.5 centimetres wide, so we know that we want this piece to be 9.5 centimetres wide, but we're not going to cut from just one side. We're going to cut from both sides to make it 9.5 centimetres, so that it'll sort of be in the middle. Won't be exact because I'm not very good at making things exact. I will, yes, I will have to put Megan on the payroll and pay her. I didn't get any happy mail today. Well, not that I know of. I haven't checked the mail. Steve and Delphi went out, but I don't know whether there was any happy mail. Megan? Oh, I don't know. Oh, we haven't had a Facebook Live since all the big announcements. So I just wanted to thank everybody because, like last week, I told you about how Stamping Up had announced our achievements and all of that sort of thing. But at that stage, they hadn't announced who the top demos overall were in globally and in each country. And I was a little bit surprised to discover that I was top 7 overall demonstrator in Australia. So I just wanted to thank you all for all of your support because I wouldn't have achieved that. And if it weren't for all my wonderful customers and my wonderful team and everybody that supports me and allows me to share what I do. And whether that be through attending classes or events, or attending classes, events, or even just liking and sharing on my Facebook page. That makes a huge difference. Thank you. Oh, hi Leah. Thank you for watching. And I was really proud of my team, like Fiona and Leah. They both were acknowledged for achieving silver. So that was really lovely. And Fiona, Leah, and Kay and Belinda all achieved their quick starts. And I've got little gifts coming, but I'm waiting for Steve to finish them. But will have gifts coming, and for my team there'll also be a team challenge coming in the mail. So the other thing was that, as well as being number 7 overall, I was number 7 in leadership. And then in 2 other categories, I was number 13. So I think last time I made the list, I was like 50 something or 50. So that was super, super exciting. And Glenda, congratulations to you. I saw your name up there. So it was really, really cool to do that, to have that acknowledgement, because it wasn't anything that I ever imagined. So when I started as a demo, I would see these people in the top 10 and go, oh wow, they must be so good. And I still last year thought that, even this year I think, oh wow, those people must be so good. And then I go, oh wow, I'm there too. So that's actually quite funny. It's a bit surreal, really. But thank you very much to everybody for your support and for your help. And I actually got some info today about registering for the incentive trip tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. So what else can I tell you that's happening? So I've told you about the sale. Now, for those of you who get my newsletters, I'm sorry, I've been a bit slack with them. I sort of ran out of puff. I need to tell you about this new ribbon, this twine that I'm using. It's brand new. It's Lost Lagoon Soft Cording, and it is so pretty. And I wanted to use that on this project just because it's just pretty, and I think that my project will need a bit of ribbon and a bit of bling. And I should have put it on before I put my so I haven't used this before, so I don't know how it ties, but it feels lovely. It feels super, super nice. So I've still got a couple of vacancies for Friday nights, champagne and crafts, if anyone's free and wants to come along. We're doing the Christmas wishes kit, and I've done some nice samples, but I might post those tomorrow so people can see. Coffee, Cake and Cards is on tomorrow at 10:30, and yes, it's still at Joe & Co. They assured me they will have fresh cake and they can make coffee. They've been having an issue with their kitchen fridges, but not their cake fridge. So fingers crossed it is more successful this week, and I've talked to them about where we need to sit and all of that, because last time we got rained on. I might have to sharpen these scissors. These are new. Alright, so that's my cards so far. Definitely needs some bling. That sort of does look like a Christmas card. I think it needs some bling and another sentiment. I just don't know what sentiment. Now I've got these. No, they're not the ones I meant to get. Anyway, I'll use them anyway. I meant to bring the Pretty Peacock and Petal Pink ones, but we'll use these ones. We're going to put these, actually, let's use, take my pick tool. Happy birthday for Friday, Megan. You could come here on Friday. Alright. Oh, thank you, Marnie. Yeah. So over the weekend I attended Stamping Up's virtual leaders event backstage. Oh my goodness. I have to say that this was the best virtual event that they have done. And one of the presenters, Brenda Stir, she specialises in social media marketing and stuff like that. But she did a talk about how to use Chat GPT, and oh my goodness, I was so blown away. It was such a good talk. And of course I was really excited that Stamping Up sent all the leaders a Kindle, but I was surprised that when Stamping Up has so many demonstrators worldwide, around, I'm going to round up a bit, so they've got about 50,000 demonstrators worldwide, and only 800 attended backstage out of the leaders. So that was a bit sad, because they really missed out on some good opportunity. Like, I got to have a fangirl moment and be in a networking group with Connie Stewart from Simply Simple Stamping. She is the most delightful woman. And so I was very, very excited to spend time with her. I think I'm going to leave my card like that for now. Do we like that? I think that it's not too bad. It's very, very simple. There's no die cutting, other than before I got up here I die cut the layers. So I wanted to show you another card that I made using that same paper and the same stamp set. Now this is based on a card that Beck from Beck's House of Cards made. I've made this before, but Beck taught me how to do it a much easier way. So this is a gift card holder, and doesn't it look complicated? It looks super complicated. And it's got a little pocket here, but let me tell you, this is way easier to make than, it's actually just half a piece of cardstock scored from corner to corner and folded in half. Like a long, half an A4 sheet cut at 10.5 centimeters, and it's, so I really liked that one. So you can see this one, I spent a lot of time colouring it. Well, actually I didn't. I did use stamping blends on it I was trying to find a little stamp set that would curve, and my Christmas wouldn't curve, but that's okay. I really do like it. And again, like you can see, I've used the same paper, the same stamp set. I've used the foil, I've used some white, I've added in a bit of green with that, but and I've added in a different stamp set and some, but I really like that one. And like it's got, and it's even, if you wanted to, you could even have a pocket on the back. I just glued it up because I didn't see the point. So that's that one. So then I thought, what's a trend in that's happening at the moment in Christmas decorating? So I had a look on the Granite Belt Christmas Tree Farm site and the Christmas Cottage, I think it's called, at Tyro. I had a look on their site as well. And pastel pinks and blues are all the rage. So this is my pink and blue Christmas card. Now, it's got lots of paper piercing. So I used the peaceful trees as the background. Now, if anyone wants to know how to make this card, I can send you the link to Beck's tutorial that she did on Saturday. Now, this so this one is silver heat embossed. I found some Melon Mambo glimmer paper and some silver glimmer paper in my stash, and it's just smoky slate, bubble bath and balmy blue. And then on the inside I heat embossed the car as well and said wishing you joy and happiness. I have to tell you the truth about this. I actually didn't realise that this was a scored card. So when I stamped my first one, I stamped it on there, and then I went, oh well, that's a scored card. I thought it was just a piece of cardstock. So I thought that was really pretty. And so I just used the blending brush to colour the tyres with the smoky slate. So that's that one. Now this one, this is an unusual colour combination, and I'm a bit sad about what happened to this because when I die cut it, the post-it note, the watercolouring mustn't have been dry, and the post-it note ripped, and it ripped a big lot here. So that's why the car is behind the tree instead of in front of it. So I love pink and orange for Christmas. So it's nice and bright and vibrant. So as you can see, you can use this wedding car for Christmas rather than for weddings. You could use it for all sorts of things. So when I look at it, I was thinking, oh well, you could, like, it's got just married, but you could say cheers, or you could say your congratulations. And I think that you would be able to, because it's photopolymer, you could curve that congratulations to fit. All right, so you could do lots of things. I think this one here, let me just go back to this one. I think it needs a little bit something extra. So let's get the confetti stuff, because you can have confetti at Christmas, right? And let's put that on. And I know I've got it on dimensionals and it might not work, but let's just try it, because I'm thinking it doesn't look quite finished. And I'm going to use my pool party, right? just going to pop that there. Oh, that's better. Looks a bit more festive. I'm just going to move that, slide that out of the way for now. That's better. Much better. There we go. I'm happier with that. I could even do some across the top, just to make it so that it's, yeah, that's a bit better. And I'll do a little bit over here as well. There we go. I'm much happier now that it's got some more. There was too much white space. That was what I was thinking. So I didn't wreck it. I wrecked my bow, but let me just fix that. Now you'll see that I put a glue dot under the knot. Now I had all these plans tonight. I got, and this was a great tip that I got from Megan, that a lot of people struggle when they get memento ink pads about storing them, and like, because you have to store them upside down, so you have to remember to store them upside down. And Megan showed me a really great tip. I was going to share it with you tonight, but I can't find the uninked ink pad that I wanted to use. It was on my bench 3 hours ago and it's gone. Anyway, so I hope you liked tonight's cards. As I said, Coffee Cake and Cards is tomorrow at 10:30 at Joe & Co at Drewvale. Champagne and Crafts is this Friday night from 7 p.m. And next week we've got cards as well. Oh, you got that tip from Beck as well. So I hope you like these cards. I'm going to go and search for a Christmas sentiment to put on that one. I think that it does need a Christmas sentiment, but I don't have one that's small enough. So, I'm so glad that you liked my cards, and I'll be sending out an email tomorrow morning about the sale. It was supposed to go today, but I have been working since about 6 o'clock this morning, so 5:30, 6 o'clock, I can't remember. And so I'm a little tired now. So, and I want my newsletter to be right. So I will send that tomorrow. And those people who bought a kit from me in September in my flash sale, I haven't forgotten about our Zoom call. I just am trying to juggle some dates. Right, so that's it from me. I hope everyone has a great rest of the week, and I'd love to see if you've bought anything from the new online exclusives that came out last week. Oh, that's the other thing. There was 2 kits came out last week as well, but I have shared them on Facebook. So I'd love to see if you bought anything from the new online exclusives that you, I'd like to see what you've made with them. All right. Oh, thank you, Glenda. All right. I'm going to go and have my dinner and have a rest. All right, have a great rest of the week. If you need anything, just reach out. Bye for now.